Dear children, today we are going to start new chapter. That is motion and time. So for motion and time, you all have heard the word that is motion. Motion means simply we can say movement. With the help of motion, we can identify, we can say that whether the object is moving fast or slow. Right? And we have discussed different kinds of motion in the earlier classes, like straight line, circular, periodic, oscillatory, vibration. So these all are different kinds of motion. But in this chapter, in class 7, we are going to discuss one step ahead, whatever we have done earlier. In this chapter, you will be studying about speed, how to calculate speed. With the help of speed, how we can say that whether the object is moving fast or slow. Then time, instrument used to measure time. Then oscillation. Right? So here you can see in the table 13.1, it has been asked about the simple kind of motion. Soldier in march past. You might have observed this is a periodic motion. Bullock cart moving on a straight road. This is moving in a straight line. It's a straight line motion. Hands of athlete in a race. Pedal of bicycle in motion. Circular. Motion of earth around the sun. Periodic. Motion of a spring. It can be circular. It can be periodic. Motion of pendulum is also periodic. Now we include that sometimes the object is moving faster, sometimes the object is moving slower. So how we distinguish between this? You might have observed the number of vehicles moving on the road. Some are moving at very slow speed, some are moving at very fast speed. Right? So how you decide which object is moving slow and which one is moving fast? When the vehicles are moving in the same direction, then it's easy for us to identify which is moving faster, which is moving slower. Because the vehicle which is moving ahead, that is moving faster, and which is behind, that is moving slower. Right? Now here, one picture is given. You can see here, figure 13.1. Vehicles moving in the same direction on road. So from this picture, from your observation, can you tell which vehicle is moving the fastest of all, which one is moving the slowest? So how we calculate? We calculate by using the distance moved by the objects in a given interval of time. Right? Suppose from your home to school, the distance is 10 kilometers. Right? When you go by bus, you reach school when you start your journey in the summers at 6:45. You reach school at 7:20. Right? 7:20. And if your father is going to drop you, your elder brother or sister is going to drop you, your mom is going to drop you, then you start your journey at 6:45 and you reach school at 7:05. So who is moving faster? Easily we can say same distance. The vehicle the person with which you are going, whosoever will take less time, that will be moving fast. So this is the easy way to do. Easy way to do, right? So it's easy for us when the vehicles are moving in the same direction, we can identify that which vehicle is moving faster than the other. So which physical quantity we say this? That is speed. A higher speed seems to indicate that a given distance has been covered in shorter time. As I told you, when you go to school, your father is going to drop you, you reach school at 7:05. When you start 6:45. But when you go by bus, you reach 7:20. So you are reaching to school 15 minutes earlier. So the most convenient way to find out which of the two or more objects is moving fast is to compare the distances moved by them in a unit time. If we know the distance covered by the two buses in 1 hour, we can calculate which is moving faster. So formula for speed is distance per unit time or distance upon time. This is a formula for calculating speed. Right? When we are saying this, very important. What is the meaning of this when we are saying the vehicle is moving at 50 kilometers per hour? It implies that it will cover a distance of 50 kilometers in 1 hour. Right? When you're going to somewhere in car with your family and if the reading of the meter is 100 kilometers per hour, it means that your vehicle, your car will cover 100 kilometers in 1 hour. Right? But if it moves with the same speed, it does not mean that because beach mein traffic aaya and speed 50 kilometers per hour, then it's not possible to do that. Right? So 50 kilometers per hour is the unit. And you have to keep in mind when you have to convert kilometer per hour is the unit and meter per second is the SI unit. You can convert kilometer per hour into meter per second by multiplying with 5 by 18. As if it is speed is given 18 kilometer per hour. When you want to convert 5 by 18 into 18, 18 will be cancelled, it will be 5 meter per second. So this way you can convert this into meter per second. Okay. So this is the formula that distance upon time is equal to speed. Next, we have two kinds of motion. One is uniform, one is non-uniform. How we can describe uniform and non-uniform motion? Look at here. If the body starts its motion from this point A, reaches to B, reaches to C, and then to D. Now A to B I am having 10 kilometers. B to C 10 kilometers. C to D 10 kilometers. Time A to B 1 hour, यहाँ भी 1 hour, and यहाँ भी 1 hour. Now you can see equal distance in equal intervals of time. So this is uniform motion. Same time, same distance moved. Then the body is said to be moving with uniform motion. But on the other side, if the distance is not same, If the distances are not same, you can see here now 10 kilometer, B to C 15 kilometer, C to D again 10 kilometer. Here 1 hour, here 2 hours, here 1 hour. So you can see whether the distance will not be same or the time will not be same or both will be different, right? So then this kind of motion is known as non-uniform motion. When body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Uniform and non-uniform motion. Right? So that is all from my side today. Rest of the topic we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you so much.